That sounds like what Eric Clapton thought the sounds of the 70s was going to be before he found the synth. And now
Wait, is it better or is it worse?
Do you feel?
Nick, I want to see you. Make it the thing so I can see you.
Dude, I don't think it's my fault. I think it's your fault.
You. I'm
I
not Google. I can't see
you
him.
to want me.
Did you hear the explanation for like that introduction?
I don't know.
So
what,
apparently they were playing in either China or Japan. And he says it like that so that they can understand him because English is not their language. So he's like, "No, I want you to want me."
No.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That is. He's like in an argument with them. No, not
No.
not me to want you. I want you to want me. Do you understand?
They're all just collectively like, huh? God damn it.
Do you get the joke?
I thought we were going to see the Pet Shop Boys today. Where the fuck are these guys?
I will say, Cheap Trick, the second greatest thing to come out of Rockford, Illinois.
What's one? Oh,
This guy
God.
right here,
I thought you were going to say the Rockford Ice Hawks.
Danica Patrick.
The pride and joy of Rockford, Illinois.
Wait, Danica Patrick's from Rockford? I thought she was from Peoria.
Osco. It's on their sign.
Okay, then you can't claim
Close
her.
enough. It's
That's
the
not
next town
no.
over.
Yeah, you
No,
can't claim it.
Next town over. Welcome to Roscoe, home of where Danica Patrick.
You know what?
Well-
Fuck it. We just started the show. Welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast.
Welcome to Roscoe, where the players
Do a
play.
cold day. That's a cold day. Cold open.
Very cold. Trying to claim Danica Patrick to your hometown, where you when did you live there?
Till I was 10, so 3rd grade.
Are you gonna get buried in Rockford?
Hey, if all goes according to plan.
Well, I hope that your journey gets you there then. And that's my last comment on Rockford.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right, so topic number 1 obviously just happened before we started recording. Cam Newton's going to the Patriots. He signed a 1-year deal. They said it's very incentive laden, so like it's a very cheap deal. And then I think it could go up to like $7.5 million.
Yeah, these are one of these things that me and Devin were talking about a little bit, and exactly what you said, Nick. Like, I love how Bill Belichick can just get into any sort of insider's ears and be like, "Don't put out a number." It's very incentive laden, which tells me like two things. Like, sure, like it tells me one that Cam Newton obviously took this as like the last deal on the table because honestly, if he didn't get guaranteed money anywhere else, he's really got to prove it. And what a great place to prove it. Obviously, he knows they're not going to start. And I still haven't looked up who their quarterback was going to be before they got him. And I don't still care because that guy was going to be terrible. No way Bill Belichick was going to start that guy. So he knew from the get-go that team needed somebody. They weren't really moving anywhere to get somebody fast. They didn't draft anybody. So it's a great place for him to try to approve it and then leave because obviously he's not feeling the Patriots way. And I don't think that they care if he does or not. He's just going to go and play, be good. You write your weird Instagram profiles and captions and just, kind of prove it.
Devin, I was waiting for you, but I'm going to go ahead and talk. Jared Stidham was a quarterback.
Oh, that's his name.
Who
Yeah.
the fuck is that?
Jared Stidham.
Yeah. He's having bad bad day at the Stidham house. I mean, they were so. Let's look at Jared Stidham. Let's see what's his background.
Dude, people
Wait,
forget Cam Newton won an MVP and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's
And-
also been the most dominant goal line running back for the last 10 years. So
what?
boy's got a little wear and tear.
Yeah, I think people are going to forget until this year, and then they're going to remember. So he played at Auburn. I don't even remember. I don't even remember this. Auburn
Until he got kicked out.
and Baylor. They're not starting Jared Stidham.
Well, he it was on. I was watching Red Zone, and I don't remember if it was the Patriots were up big late or it was just late in the season and the game didn't matter. But Stidham was in, and they just panned right to him throwing a pick six. That's the only thing I remember about Stidham.
Great, that's a great highlight reel. Yeah.
Hey, he threw a touchdown. It just happened to go to the other team.
Sufficiency at its finest. So
Yeah.
if you're not
Bored.
if you're not going to get 160, what's the perfect QBR? Like 163 point something.
158.3.
Yeah, if you can't get that, then you might as well get minus 158.3 because if you get a pick six, one of your only throws. Like that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, Cam, so he had the foot injury. I think there was a shoulder injury. It's been about a year and a half, though. Like, I'm thinking he should be good. And especially if it's going to be, at most, $7 million for the year. Why not?
Deal.
Did they put that cap on it? $7 million? Like,
Well,
is that the incentive-laden cap?
Yeah, I think Schefter had it, or somebody had it, could go up to 7.5. I mean, that was like right after it happened, so it might not be completely accurate, but it seems like they'd be at least close.
They're meeting somewhere in the middle.
But yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work and he sucks, and then you just go get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but I
No way they're going to get the first pick. He's going first overall, right? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
If they're
definitely.
Plus, there's not going to be any college football this year, so he's definitely going first overall.
Don't say that.
I don't want you to say that.
37 confirmed cases at Clemson, like today,
Don't say that.
right now.
Dude, that's just one team, to be honest. Like they're stupid, and I've brought it up in the past, or whatever episode we talked about this. I'm putting this on Dabo. He's probably getting these guys together, be like, I don't give a fuck. Coronavirus, Black Plague, like fucking bubonic. We're getting reps in. We're not letting Nick Saban get ahead of me. I mean us.
There's no chance that Dabo thinks that God would let them get the Roni.
No, not at all. God is.
Looks like Dabo was wrong again.
Have you guys seen? Before we get off of Dabo at all, have you seen the TikTok video that he made? It's the most cringe-worthy. His intro to TikTok is the worst video ever. I'm gonna try to find the audio to it and try to play it. It is just so bad. Oh, it's so cringe. I'm gonna try to find it. It might take a while though.
But while you're trying to find that, Devin, fuck you. College football will happen. We will have college.
It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. I'm going to take the opposite stance. College football should not happen.
Ever. No more college football.
Man, why do you like this?
The guys who go to college who don't play sports can take all of their classes online. Like the fall season is optional for most students. It's like then they're not student athletes. Then they're just athletes. And either you're going to pay them and we'll have college football, or don't pay them and I wouldn't send my kid to that school to go play football.
Well, I mean, they could just have them do online classes and then play football.
Yeah, but then they're still on campus, like practicing around others. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they're still with other students on campus.
Who is the guy?
On campus.
Who's the guy that keeps falling flat on his face during all this time? Mike Gundy in Oklahoma State. First, with all of the social issues and matters, but even before all that, his dumbass remarks on that, his remarks beforehand about college football and possibly getting canceled with coronavirus, wasn't he the guy like, listen, like this university needs these kids to get out here because they need to make some money right now. Like they're gonna be significantly damaged, Oklahoma State, if we don't get these guys out here playing football. And it's just like, what in the fuck are you talking about? It's like, don't you understand? That comment is literally the whole problem with what's going on with collegiate athletes and them not getting paid. And you're literally like, you understand like what you just said is literally just going with everything that they're arguing for. Like they would probably go out and play if they got paid to do it, but they're not. So why the fuck would they?
Listen, these college football coaches, they know a lot about football. They're very good at football. A lot of them are just fucking dumb, dude. Like if you get them out of a situation that's not explicitly football, they're going to say and or do dumb shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know what's worse in this world. People like just taking on the opinions of celebrities or football coaches. Like those two spectrums are just so they're both on the both bad ends of the spectrum. That on the opposite sides, and they're both awful.
Sports is it's the single greatest thing in America and also the single worst thing in America. Like everything about college sports on the surface, fantastic. Greatest thing ever. If you dig any deeper than the surface in college sports, every part of it is it's disgusting.
But let's be honest. If we got Saturday week 1 late August, it's going to schedule as planned. You're not going to not watch it, are you?
I'm gonna watch it, but you don't think it's it's out there?
Oh, but it burns me inside. Yeah, I know it is, but they don't give a fuck.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's the single greatest thing. I'm absolutely going to watch on Saturday, but morally, it's a terrible idea to have these kids out there playing right now.
You think this guy cares at all? Wait.
This ain't my thing, but hey, hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok.
What
You think he
a
cares?
dickhead. Oh
You think
my
he cares?
God.
I
you
take
gotta-
back everything I've said. Let's play on this Saturday. Can we suit him up for this Saturday?
This guy thinks he's Andrew Dice Clay. What's going on here?
Hickory dock. All those guys in Alabama could suck my cock. Okay, let's play some football.
Oh!
You just see him walk onto the field with the leather jacket with the big ass collar.
Touching the rock. He touches the rock and then he pops the collar and just struts down like he's Ric Flair. It's just friggin' ridiculous. And you should the video is so much worse because he does the whoa when he's like, and now I'm on TikTok. I'm like, oh fuck you, dude. Like, come on.
If you're gonna tell me the one man in America who should be the most relevant right now, Andrew Dice Clay. I mean,
I don't even think Andrew Dice Clay does any of those the hickory dickory dock jokes anymore. He probably hates them.
Dude, he doesn't do anything anymore because nobody invites him anywhere.
Yeah, he's in Entourage. Don't say that. He was in Entourage 10 years ago. Chill out.
didn't he have his own
Hey, good
show?
point.
He had his own show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Bananas with Johnny Drama. That was an animated series. It's that TV Land show. What is it? What's Hot in Cleveland? Wasn't that his show?
His thing. What's on Cleveland?
Andrew Dice
Yeah.
Clay was on the Cleveland Browns show? What?
The one person that's not watching that show, Joakim Noah. He's now watching any shows. The fuck that. Anything that makes Cleveland look any good? No, that's not happening. Fuck that.
Cleveland.
We're gonna do that. We're going to Cleveland. Oh god.
If there's any statue that I want out in front of the UC, it's Joakim Noah. And I want you to be able to smell the statue.
I don't think you
So
have
I
a
think-
choice. I think if you build one that even starts to resemble Joakim Noah, I think it just starts smelling like him.
It will smell.
He's just known for just going to the city head shops and buying bowls and bongs, and not even hiding. He's just Joakim Noah, just getting his bong. Oh, sup, dude.
Joakim Noah looks like one of those kids that plays hacky sack in the high school parking lot. And his mom smokes cigarettes in the house.
Yeah. His dad just doesn't give a fuck. Well, his dad was cool. His dad was like a tennis player.
Yeah, his dad is a
shit.
professional tennis player, and wasn't his mom a model? She's like a supermodel.
Unbelievable. The Noah's had just unbelievable genes. I'll tell you what, way better than mine. And his brother Trevor, unbelievable.
Don't say that about yourself. Hey, you don't say that.
Oh yeah, but back to Cam Newton.
I'll get back to Cam.
Roundabout way to say Cam Newton to the Patriots on a 1-year deal. Looks like a great signing. I don't know why nobody else, I don't understand why it took that long. And that's one of those moves, whenever the Patriots do anything, everybody else is like, fuck, why didn't we think of that? It's so obvious or so genius.
All these owners, and they just let them do it. It's like, fuck you guys. What do you guys? Oh, they did it again. Oh, they got to Bill did it again. It's like he's been sitting there for 3-4 months now. Probably, I would argue, in November, everyone knew that he was gone because he hated it there, and I think everyone knew that freaking Rivera was going to leave as well. So they were going to part ways to begin with, and no one wanted to bite for him first. They'd rather jump on guys like, I don't know, Nick Foles.
God damn it! Don't remind me.
I don't care how fucking much trust. Fuck him. I'm already off of his wagon, dude. Fuck Matt Nagy. I'm done. I'm done getting people for his bullshit scheme. I'm done with it. They're gonna have a bad year this year.
If there's football.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't happen because of that reason. No, I'm kidding. I want football badly.
Evan, is Trubisky out of his deal at the end of the year?
I'm back on Mitch's wagon, by the way. Fuck the haters. 2020. And yeah, he won't be back if he has a good year. If he has a good year, he's not coming back.
He's not good.
Oh, he's gonna prove you wrong, DeVito.
If he does, this is a win-win scenario for me because I'm gonna shit all over Trubisky, and if he does good, then the Bears win, and I also win.
See, this is why I love Mitch. One, we kind of have the same vernacular. If you listen to him in a press conference, he kind of stutters like I do. I say, yeah, and Mitch is like, yeah, for sure, and he always will. If you listen to his press conferences, especially when he's pissed, every question that he gets, he'll start it by saying, oh yeah, for sure, and then he'll go and he'll be like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah, for sure. So he's cool with me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just people too tied up to the knit, I don't trust. That's a whole other discussion. So at least Mitch is trying to be himself. And then two, he's working hard with Allen Robinson. And if he's saying stuff like that,
I do love Allen Robinson.
If he's saying stuff like that, Nick, you're rolling your eyes.
Well, dude,
this happens every season. You pessimist. I don't give a fuck. We're going to Super Bowl, actually. I went from this going to suck this year, going to the Super Bowl.
I flipped
3 minutes.
I flipped him real quick.
So your whole reasoning for I'm in on Mitch Trubisky is he talks like me and he hangs out with Allen Robinson.
And Allen Robinson saying only positives about him. They're working out every day.
He's not going to shit talk him. He's throwing him the football.
I don't know.
Robinson might not make the Hall of Fame, but he should get a Nobel Peace Prize for playing with all these shit-ass quarterbacks. Being a Pro Bowler every year.
Yeah. Allen Robinson's pretty bold, dude. I remember when Bortles, the year after they made it to the AFC Championship, their summer camp, he was literally on the field talking shit, get it to me. He's talking shit when people are watching their summer camp in Jacksonville. So he's a bold dude. If he doesn't get what he wants, he'll make sure it's known. I mean, he's a pro and he's been a Pro Bowler. He's a dominant receiver. I still think I think Devin's right. If he had good talent at the quarterback position, he's probably a top 10 receiver easily. So if they need more repetitions together, I hope that really is what it is. If they're finding some sort of syncing device in the Trubisky household this offseason, we're gonna go.
Now you're making me nervous. Now I feel like Cam Newton's about ready to throw Allen Robinson touchdown passes this year. No. If you find out before the season starts, we trade Allen Robinson for a dishwasher to the New England Patriots.
No, Cam Newton's.
That's on you. That's not on you.
Cam Newton, I want him as a backup. Don't get me wrong. It's a starter. No, I think it's
Backup to you crazy.
Yeah, to Mitch. Better than Nick Foles. No wheels. At least he's got some wheels, Cam. Mitch, if he just runs the ball a little bit, if he just trusts his legs, it's a whole different game. That's the problem last year. He didn't run. He didn't feel confident running the ball. He was kind of afraid. I think when he got injured that one time, like against Minnesota, I think he got afraid to run, and then he just stayed too much in the pocket. And I also think it's a Matt Nagy thing. I think he wants him to stay in the pocket more. I don't agree with him saying that he wanted him to run more, because I think that Nagy, with the perfect quarterback, they're staying in the pocket and they're just dumping and they're going, and that's it. And
like Patrick
making
Mahomes
decisions
type,
yeah,
like
exactly.
Deshaun Watson type, or like
Exactly.
a Tom Brady type, or like a Drew Brees. Like the elite quarterbacks is what you're talking about.
I can't blame Matt. He just came into the situation, but you can't make this guy into something that you want. You got to play to his strengths. This is the NFL. He got there for a reason. Again, I don't know how in the first round, let alone top 5 pick, but he got there. But you need to play to his strengths. So if they do the same thing they did 2 years ago, I'm sure that he'll have a fine year. Nobody bitched about Trubisky 2 years ago. I don't hear no bitching. I only hear it last year.
Listen, I think this really all comes back to Ryan Pace probably should have just drafted Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, fuck him too, dude. And he sucks.
At number 3.
He sucks, man. I mean, how many? Yeah, he is. I think he's bad with the first round pick, and that's the problem.
He said, "Hey, take all these first rounders. I'm not that good at it."
To get one guy like, God,
you give me the pubes, and I'll take Khalil Mack, and then I'll give you the pubes.
Well, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that trade. I have a problem with trading up to draft Mitch Trubisky.
That was a bad trade. Yeah,
they gave up a
notoriously bad trade.
Did they give up a first round, or they just moved up?
They traded down to the 3rd pick and gave up a whole bunch of like 2nd and 4th round picks.
But they need that. He does well at those picks. Why would he want to give those away? I don't
Mitch
understand
was the guy, I guess. I don't know.
Mitch is the guy.
I love how Ryan Pace, when he first came here, said, every year I'm going to draft a quarterback. And he only drafted Mitch. Basically, that's it. Unless he drafted a guy this year, don't know. That was a weird draft.
That was a weird draft.
Like, he's drafted, like, he's honestly just kind of gone against everything he said. I think once they got Khalil Mack, I think his mind has changed. He was drafting well before they got Khalil Mack, I think. And then just, I don't know, who are some good draft picks they've had recently?
Quan?
I mean, there's
Montgomery.
Yeah, that's probably.
I think David Montgomery was a 3rd rounder.
I mean, we'll see if he pans out, but
yeah,
best draft pick.
But
right
that
now.
was before Khalil Mack. I was saying, like, he's made some great moves. Like, yeah, he was drafted before Khalil Mack. Eddie Jackson was on that team. Because I remember in the pick 6 game against Cam Newton, per se. Ready?
Eddie Jackson, I think, is definitely his best draft pick. He got him in the 3rd.
Yeah, Eddie Jackson was a steal. Like, he shouldn't have even been there.
First round talent.
He was hurt. He got hurt, yeah.
Still,
it was a broken bone. It wasn't even like a muscle strain, muscle tear. It was the biggest steal of all time. Like, he broke a bone. Like, it
was a broken heart. He had a broken heart in college. He dropped way down the draft boards. They stole him in the 3rd.
And then Nick Saban's like, listen, I don't give a fuck what's broken. You're going to get out there. You're going to play 4 quarters.
That's why he's the best.
That one guy does such a great Saban. I want to learn how to do that one. That's a good one. His angry Saban is just a great accent.
You're the impression guy now. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm the impressionist.
Do John Madden. You can do John Madden on the spot.
Go. No, I can't. No, now you're
on the spot, dude.
Turducken.
All he's got is turducken.
Brett Favre, turducken. I cannot. I have not done John Madden on the spot. I don't think ever. And if I have, it's awful because it's just me grumbling.
I thought it was uncanny. I thought you nailed it.
No, I actually did a John Candy. I thought
John Candy of John Madden.
It was an uncanny John Candy of John Madden.
Brett Favre.
They're ruining the game of football. Mommy's all right. Daddy's all right.
No, I want you. Want me.
Don't you people get it?
We got more stories than just Cam Newton. Patriots are good. We get it.
Yeah, they're back to a top or contender in that East, which sucks for Buffalo. But I'm done with talking about that shit because it pissed me off.
Fuck them. But fuck them.
We've got baseball. Baseball's back.
Baseball. What's the pout, Devin? You don't want it back? You're like the coronavirus. You're a Debbie Downer. You're knocking people out with the coronavirus. I love how when they announced that baseball is coming back, like the Rockies announced that Charlie Blackmon has coronavirus. I'm like, what a start! What a start! Great.
That was
there
they did the press conference and it was just those two news pieces. Like, oh, baseball's back. Also, Blackmon, DNP.
Coronavirus does a little Lee Corso on us, like the not so fast, my friends. He's really sweeping in. He or she. Should not put a gender on coronavirus. It's a bacteria.
It's an
Non-binary.
Non-binary. Legitimately, it's a bacteria. That's even
a hook on to anybody. It has no preferences.
Yeah.
It's
So we've got 60 games.
Corona's panned.
Are you saying panned?
It's a panned.
The second M is silent.
It's like calm. But yeah, so we're finally going to get baseball. I think it starts July 24th. So they shoehorned it a week in before basketball starts, or supposed to start.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
question is
And
is it just the White Sox that are planning on having 20% crowd capacity, or is it the whole MLB is like 20%? Does it matter like where you're at?
Listen, the White Sox don't have a choice. They can only get 20%.
They're trying
crowd.
We're planning on boosting
Good one, Nick. Hilarious.
You like that? Oh!
Oh. Ow.
All right,
And
Dabo,
Nick
calm
is
down.
on TikTok.
Dabo.
Hickory dickory dock. No one goes to the games for the White Sox. Oh!
Oh. I'll be there. I don't give a fuck. Cheaper
I'm saying,
ticket in town.
I'm only paying regular price for my ticket. I'm not upcharging or none of that shit.
Yeah, don't worry. It's still the $7 that it was last time.
Yes.
The better joke could have been now the White Sox have a reason to charge people $50 when no one's in the crowd. That's the better joke. People missed it. You missed it.
It's a
How
dumb
do you
joke because
feel?
nobody can go to the games anyways. There's no fans, right?
Oh,
Edit post.
don't tell that to Jerry. He's going to make his buck somehow. He'll sneak fans in, for Christ's sakes. Smuggle them into the
He's like,
500s.
he's like trying to sell the players hot dogs.
Get him out of the camera vision.
The team. And I
Yeah.
still, every year, I call Phil Jackson and I say, hey,
That's
you want
a
to
good
coach the Bulls?
That's a good rhyme, Zorb.
Every year I call him, I say, hey, forget about it. Come on, coach the Bulls.
Listen, we won 6 championships, but my people were telling me, Ken Phelps. Marcus Pfizer. He was the way to go. All right, back to baseball.
That's baseball, baby.
It's exciting, though. So just to give the listeners a feeling of where I live, and I'll give you the exact address and my social security number after this if you do listen to this. But I live 2 blocks north of Wrigley Field. So I drove past there Friday, and they're bringing in all the baseball equipment into the stadium, and it's very exciting.
The bags, the pitcher's mound. They're bringing in the grass seat. They're bringing in the
cages.
ivy.
Oh, it's exciting. And it's just like one of those things I'm like, I'm still going to be working from home. The Cubs are literally down the street. I don't have to go to the game. I'll literally just walk around the stadium just to hear what's going on, or just to hear them practice, for that matter. It's a unique experience. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool, and it's going to be neat. And I'm going to get blitzed on a patio again while sports are on. I'm going to be happy. It's just going to be unique because they have
sports.
They have that little side thing where they have that fencing where you can see actually through it. I wonder if they're going to open that up for the people, or at least try to get some sort of sight vision. But it's just going to be cool. It's good to have sports back around here, honestly. And it's I like how it's going to wind up, because it's going to be, you play 40 games against your division, or is it 50 or 40 or so games, and then you play 20 games against the National League counterpart of your division, and that's how that's going to go, isn't it? Or did they put that out yet? Or is that just like rumors?
I don't know. Again, I'm only getting it in bits and pieces, because until they actually go back on the field, I'm just not going to believe it for the most part. But, like, I'll take it. I don't know, like, 40 out of 60 games against the division seems like a bit much. Like, I don't care to watch the Pirates that much, or the Reds, although the Reds should be pretty good.
That's true.
But, like,
that's true.
I understand wanting to keep it a little more local if you got people traveling, so that makes sense.
That's the main thing, and I think that's why they're doing it that way, if there is like a regional approach to it.
Dude, if there's not going to be, or if there is going to be a DH for both leagues anyways, why don't they just do it 30 and 30? So you switch with so like for us it would be the AL Central, and then just having an even 30 and 30.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially, yeah. I mean, isn't that what I kind of said? It was like 40-20 instead.
Fuck you, dude. I mean, it's a significant difference when there's only 60 games, a 10-game difference.
Yeah.
It's like an 18% difference.
It's a lot of times seeing a
man starting roster then, or do you pitch? You go to like playoff rules where it's just like you got 4, you got 4, you got 5 good guys, you got 5 good guys.
I think you pitch 5. I think
they're all pitching less than a third they would normally pitch.
You pitch 5
less than a half.
5 pitch 5 the first like 20 games, then you see who's good or not, and then you go from there. I think there's going to be a lot of strategy towards it. That's why
I feel like
I'm
it's
excited.
more of a sprint now. It's no longer a 160 game marathon. So throw your best shit out there. Put it out there, see what happens.
Yeah, this is it's really going to show managers' worth too. I think I've brought that up in the past as well. Like, this is going to show if you're good at managing baseball, because there's not much room for error, and every decision matters. Every pitching decision, every pitch hitter, every pitch runner, anything. It all matters.
Do extra teams make the playoffs, or no? Is it the same amount of teams?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Is it the division leaders plus the 2 wildcard teams, or no?
They were going back and forth on expanded playoffs. I don't remember what they ended up on.
I hate that shit. Fuck expanded playoffs at that point. I might have. I guess I get it for the other sports. Not even really, especially for the other 2 sports. Actually, I don't get it. They've played more than 2/3 of their season. They really don't need to. For baseball, like, at this point, it's just play it as a season. Just do that, and then in October it'll be kind of aligned to where you want it to be. Just make a play. What is the addition of more baseball teams going to do?
I think
for anything.
I think at that point, it's, since they're only playing so many games, having more playoff teams is more games and more playoff games to maybe kind of recuperate some of that revenue that you're losing out on. But I don't know, dude. This is like a throwaway year where we just say fuck it and make all new rules.
No,
and now
I'm not letting you do that. I'm not letting you do that.
You hit the ball, you run the third base.
This is the White Sox first year of the window opening. You are not fucking doing that today. No, that's not happening, because I started good this year, which they will be probably. And
you're going to be like, this year is about as real as they're ever going to be. And I'm going to be like, hold on, Nick. Remember
Hold
on
on.
you said this and that. You're saying that now. I think you're double crossing yourself over there in Arizona there.
Are we recording? Because I want to talk about something I'm very excited about.
Yeah, we've been recording the whole time.
What? You said pause.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like, okay, we're not talking show right now because I'm trying to figure out why the internet's fucked up. But I've been recording.
Editing, Devin.
Did you just documentary me where you're like, hey, shut the cameras off. We're going to talk real quick. And you're like, keep the cameras rolling. And then you kept recording?
Yeah. Well,
exactly.
Pause doesn't mean I turned off the recording necessarily. It just means, hey, like, I've got an aside.
That's how journalists get the good shit.
And then I just take it out and post.
Now I know. Like, I learned my lesson. I shouldn't trust anybody in the podcast business because I thought we had stopped recording. That's why I said all that stuff.
Listen, I'm going to take out that 8-minute anti-Semitic rant that you had. Don't worry.
No, that was fine. The other part is what I wanted to That part was okay.
I'm in on it.
I want to talk about something way more important than Cam Newton, way more important than baseball starting. I want to talk about the NHL draft because I 100% conspiracy theory think it was rigged, and 2, my Chicago Blackhawks have a shot at getting the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, I mean it's probably 100% rigged to where they have to play to who gets the number 1 pick.
It was the 2.5% for Team E. Team E was the filler position they gave in the draft lottery to get first place, and they got first place.
Yeah.
What exciting television.
2.5% is a 1 out of 40 chance.
Okay,
I like my odds.
I don't give a shit. I'm just saying it was probably not probable. And they won.
What are you? What are you, Vegas over there, Nick? What is this, a sports book?
You're good at numbers. I get it. Calm down there, Rain Man. Look, my Blackhawks have a 1 in 8 chance now because they're not. I love them. They're not beating the Oilers. I don't think there's any chance in hell they beat the Oilers, unless Connor McDavid decides not to play, and even then they still don't have a very good chance of beating him.
Listen, I think you're really underestimating the Hawks in the playoffs. Haven't you seen these guys play? This is their first playoff game in 4 years. They're ready.
Sosa's skin condition clears up and he gets traded back from Arizona to the Blackhawks. Hall of Famer, first ballot, Marian Hossa. They're not winning this series. There's no way. Their defense is god-awful.
How many games is the series? Is it 2, 3?
I think it's a 7-game.
No, they gotta play 7-game series?
It's a 5-game series because, a lot of the experts say Edmonton wins in 4.
Chicago still might be a host city for this, so if they get to play at home, 10 things are.
But you can't.
There's no fans.
So
what's the whole
Well, I guess you get to sleep at home in your own bed.
I honestly think the only real advantage for home court thing is in hockey because you get to set the second line you send out there. So anytime there's a line change, you have the second call on the line change. So that's an actual advantage in sports, not just they were cheering real loud for us and we went out there and gave it 110%.
Bitch, you don't believe in momentum? You don't believe in none of that?
I don't believe in anything.
I believe that
cool.
If there's good sick take. Believing in nothing. What a move in 2020. But they're playing games. If it's in Chicago, they're playing at Johnny's Ice House. It's down the block. You don't think the guy that's working the pizza stand at Johnny's is gonna cheer for the Hawks when he's done with his shift? He'll just hop on in there. And you don't think the Zamboni guy's a Hawks fan? That's 2 fans right there. They got more than any team that's playing right now in Chicago. So, fuck you saying that there's gonna be no fans.
You just you're watching, you hear them skating around, and then you just hear 3 people yelling.
The whole village is taking in right now.
Doc's on the call, just It's like, and you can hear one of the
It's gone
fans
wild here down at the UC.
telling Connor McDavid to go fuck himself. It's chaos.
He must have just got off right down the street from Johnny's Ice House, and he walked down here to get seats at the UC.
The Zamboni driver's been waffle boarded away.
You think Eddie O comes out for these? You think he's just kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Percent he's there.
Yeah, that's true. But he did have cancer, so isn't he kind of like? Isn't he like a vulnerable
What is that?
person? Isn't he like a vulnerable person? I don't know. Fuck. People are getting coronavirus still. God damn it. I want to save him. He's good. God
That is a
fucking
good point.
damn it.
I think he's a little more at risk. So maybe not.
So,
He'll
what
do
I'm
it for-
excited about is two parts. One part is Blackhawks, love them. They're going to lose in the first round. They have a 1 in 8 chance to get the first overall pick
Not
for this
gonna
guy who's not that great, but he's still pretty good.
Hey.
The first overall pick.
Hey.
And
What's
the
the-
second thing I love about this is the Detroit Red Wings had the highest percentage to get the first overall pick. Those motherfuckers dropped down to third because Detroit sucks.
Yeah, fuck them. Who wants a franchise player there anymore? That they're done. Done.
Which is where the Blackhawks drafted last year. So, I don't know. Third, maybe okay, but also it's not first.
Your conviction of this first overall pick really got me. He's not really that great. He's okay. Why would I want that guy? Fuck
They
him.
say,
I'd rather
like,
win a Stanley Cup.
They said they put like 4 people that have been drafted like ahead of him, but also he's the most ready to be in the NHL out of the last 4 people who've been drafted.
He's high floor, low ceiling guy. Fuck him. I'm done with those guys. Give me this Kaner again. Give me that. Can we get
Kane
Patrick Kane?
Can we get the first overall pick and draft Kane again?
Yeah, dude. Why don't we use that strategy every year? Just get the first overall pick and draft the best American hockey player of all time.
Listen, where do they do that?
Patrick Kane. We
Where'd they
drafted Patrick Kane. Well, yeah, I guess he was good last year. He's going to do all right again this year.
You already have Patrick Kane. Well, we want him again.
Hey, he can
Rock-
never be a bust.
Rocky Wirtz slamming his table. Well, we want him again.
I don't know. I just want the Hawks to win like one playoff series in the past 4 years. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, Nick, a lot.
Yeah, they've been a dumpster fire for again, too long.
I still don't know how they were the best team in the conference that year. They got swept against Nashville. I don't know how. That year felt like it was the most un-Blackhawks team that ended up being the best team in the conference. It was a weird feeling. I don't know what it was. It just
The amount of talent that team has had in the last decade and traded away to other teams is fucking astonishing. Artemi Panarin is the highest paid, like one of the highest paid players in the NHL right now, and they traded him to Columbus for Brandon Saad. Like, come on, man. I like
they
the
know
Saad
him.
father.
Who's a guy that they also traded away?
I don't like Saad. I think he's overrated.
Teuvo Teravainen, he's also one of the top forwards in the league, playing on one of the best lines in hockey. He's gone.
He got traded out.
Your best defenseman, Nicholas Dromison, he's playing for Arizona because for some reason you didn't want to play him. Nick Leddy, top defenseman in the league, playing for the Islanders. Dustin Buffalo.
Okay,
I will say Nick Leddy was not that good when he was on the Hawks.
Yeah,
The only
that's
reason
He's
I
not-
hate
he
Nick
wasn't
Leddy
New York
was because
Islanders Nick Leddy.
He lost the game against the Kings when the puck bounced off of him and went into the net.
I
We
mean
lost the game
that
second.
wasn't his fault, but yeah, that is.
That was his. It bounced off of him and went in the net. I blame him.
No,
But he's also been an amazing defenseman, just not on a Quenneville-led team for the last, what? When did they trade him? Like 5 years ago?
Yeah, he's been
It's been a
very
while.
good for like the past 3 or 4 years at least.
It's been a while since Nick Leddy.
Hey, we don't have the rights to that.
Oh,
Cut that
sorry.
shit- cut
Well,
that
that's
shit
not the lyrics.
Just
So-
keep it under 7 seconds. Yeah, it's
Coming after me, Stained. You
Cut that
fuckers.
Well, yeah. What else do they have to do? They're obviously listening to this podcast.
Hey, they're gonna take you higher.
That's why That's Creed. You
That-
asshole.
God Damn it. Get those
Hey,
2,000
motherfucker,
fans
look
right.
at this photograph.
No, that's Nickelback.
No.
Hey, I guess I've dished out the sickness over here.
God damn it.
That's disturbed, man. What are we doing?
I did it all for the nookie.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it, Bobby.
Can we move up?
Because I got friends in low places.
That's not even a rock band.
Moving on.
Don't we have segments on this show? We're supposed to have segments, right?
Yeah, let's do one right now. Top 5.
Oh, shit.
What are we ranking today?
So we've got a couple to choose from. We go top 5 cities that are not cities that we live in. We could go top 5 fast food restaurants.
We could do that. I'm down. I'm down for the fast food restaurants. I drove through Indiana, so I have a lot of fast food places I saw. So I have a fresh memory of good fast food places.
Okay, well then let's round robin it. Let's go round 5. We all get 5. Round 4. We all get 4. Because I'm sick of this asshole taking mine before I get to go.
Yeah. Well, I like to eat.
Next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Listen.
Yeah.
No,
Then-
I'm heated. I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in real hot today.
You could have had the gulag if you wanted to. I understand that that's a
I'm not
frustration
gonna
all
rank
of us
the
have.
gulag 5 through 3. That's a 1 or 2, and you know that.
It's a top dog. It's a top problem in this,
No,
in this
that's
quarantine lifestyle.
All right, Devin, since you're so jacked up, you go first.
I don't want to go first.
Son of a bitch. You dirty, dirty bitch.
I'm going 5. I'm going Arby's. They have the meats.
Wait,
you ask
wait,
me-
listen.
If you ask me,
Wait,
who
no,
I
wait,
should
wait,
catch,
no,
you should- no.
it's Arby's.
Pause. If we're gonna do it like this, then we should start with number 1.
Yeah, you should rank 1 first.
Yeah.
And if you have
One
Arby's
down
as
from
1,
5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna go where it's like a competition and we're like we want to pick
This
are
is
the
the
good
best
ones.
one.
Yeah. So we should start with 1.
what is
Okay.
your favorite fast food restaurant,
Yeah.
Devin?
So you start
You-
with 1.
Okay. Well, now you motherfucker. I'm not going to start with Arby's because none of what you asked.
Well, no. Listen, you
I'm
get to
adding
repick.
I'm
They-
You
gonna-
get to
listen.
repick.
You're not
I'm
hearing.
re-editing.
They have the meats.
You're picking Arby's?
No,
Okay,
no.
now I'm going number 1 for me. No, number 1 for me. The 3rd greatest thing out of Rockford, Illinois. First is me. Second is Cheap Trick. 3rd, if you're ever in the city, Beefaroo. Beefaroo is the best fast food place. You ever go there?
Is
Roast
that
beef
a
sandwiches?
Beefaroo a chain? Is Beefaroo Beefaroo is Beefaroo? How many Beefaroos are there in America?
There's at least 8 in the Rockford area.
8 beef.
Yeah, there's a diner. There's a Woodland one. There's a 80s one. There's a Firehouse Beefaroo.
Rockford is like that dystopian land where every citizen, here's your ration of beefaroo for the week. You're only eating there. Rockford has 8 beefaroos. No way. 8 beefaroos
I'm saying at least 6, at the most 8.
for a place in beefaroos I've never heard of. They have a lot. They have a lot of stretch
if you
in the Northwest
Make your way out,
Illinois
you'll
area.
see the shrine to Danica Patrick, and you see a Beefaroo on your way out there. You stop there, my friend, and
I was
you grab yourself a beef and cheddar and a cheese fry, and you tell me I'm wrong.
They should have one in Pittsburgh. Hey, we should go see old Danica Patrick in Roscoe. They got a great beefaroo out there. Roscoe getting nice beef and cheddar. That was actually a good one. That was a good
really
Philly
good-
accent.
That's a
Or
good
no,
Philly
Pittsburgh.
accent. No, that's
Oh,
Philly.
that was
Pittsburgh's
Philly.
on
God,
the other side of Pennsylvania.
That's like Australia.
yeah, that's a tougher one.
I
Pittsburgh.
mean,
I
that's
gotta
really
get that
good
one.
Philly. I
Thank
like
you,
that
thank
Philly.
you, thank you.
No,
Steve,
Beefaroo, just like me and Cheap Trick, we're only good enough for Rockford. We're not expanding. We're not looking to expand our horizons right now.
You know, that's what makes a good chain. No expansion. That's what they always say when you start with a restaurant, a fast food place. Never expand, stay locally, and everyone, you will eventually make enough pennies to survive.
Hey, keep it simple, stupid. That's what they named Kiss after.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Gene Simmons, what a brilliant man. Okay, is it my pick?
yeah, go
You're
ahead.
up.
Couldn't be much
Okay.
worse.
All right. Well, my first pick is Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. Oh wait, we're not doing reality shows right now.
That's
Sorry,
next.
fast
That's
food
next.
plays. That's next week. Okay, number one for me. I'm gonna have to go with the King, and this is gonna be very highly contested. This is gonna be based on flavor palettes, in my opinion. I'm going with Burger King, and I don't give a shit what people say about what's a top tier. I'm not gonna talk about the other guy.
More about what people say because Burger King.
You said beefaroo, okay?
Pales in comparison.
Pales in
comparison.
Out. I'm going to fucking Rockford tonight. We're gonna test out this goddamn beefaroo. Let's see if it's with
Your life will be changed. You'll have to move away from Wrigleyville. And you'll in the slums of Rockford because there's only slums in Rockford.
We're getting a chain beefaroo. I'm buying it into it. All you need is a good 50,000. But going back to it, Burger King, char burgers, boiled. I hate how you look at freaking McDonald's and they got the presser. I had already said the competition. I didn't want to say their name, but they got the oven that just presses it down with two things. It's like we're putting together a car, an engine right there. Like, just give me a burger on a grill. And I know it might not be good meat. It looks, at least there's grill marks on it. It smells good. They got dollar nuggets for $10. Or 10 nuggets for $1. They got 10 nuggets for $1. That's a good deal. And it just tastes better. And yeah, the other guy's fries might be good, but I like Burger King fries too. That's a hill I'll die on.
Listen, I'm on your side. I like Burger King a lot.
Yes.
When I was a kid, if given the option, I prefer Burger King's burgers.
Yeah, still do. As an adult, I do.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Yeah.
I got a question if this counts.
Be a basic bitch. I know you're gonna say McDonald's. I can see the look in your eye.
No.
Just fucking smirk.
I'm not. Five Guys. It's Five
Guys.
Wait, is it fast food? Does it have to have a drive-through? Because I don't know what casual dining is compared to fast food. Set the ground rules.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, does it have to have a drive-through to be fast food?
No, because Beefaroo, I guarantee, doesn't have a drive-through. And if you say they do, you're lying.
They absolutely do. All 7 of them. All 7 have drive-throughs.
Fuck. No, well, that's a chain. That's a chain restaurant.
Right. Well, back to my question: Does Five
Guys?
Guys?
One Burger King?
Does Five Guys or Shake Shack do those count?
Yeah, because I think so. Why
I don't
wouldn't
think it's fast food. I think it's casual dining.
All right, well then, fuck it, scratch it. I'm going with Taco Bell.
Oh, that's the winner. That's the winner.
This is bullshit because Devin's Beefaroo is
real. Hey, it's a game changer. You're like, oh, he's gonna say McDonald's. I'm gonna say Burger King. I'm gonna say no. Fuck you guys. I'm going Beefaroo. You have no idea.
Well, here's the thing. You're stupid because you could have gotten that with pick 5 because nobody else was gonna say Beefaroo.
Yeah, but I'm not in your head if I go Beefaroo pick 5. I'm in your head if I go Beefaroo pick 1. You know Arby's my pick 5. You know that already because you fucked me over on this game.
I'm not even. Devin's right. There's like 7 Beefaroos in America in the Rockford area. They have coverage in Northwest Illinois, the likes I've never seen before.
He Googled them. I'm in your head.
Beefaroo.
I'm in both of your heads with Beefaroo.
I'm a little upset about the Five Guys. The Five Guys pick. I don't get what was wrong with it.
Listen, it's got to have a drive-through. We're stating that we're making the rule now. It has to have a drive-through to be considered fast food.
All right.
It's a rule.
All right. I guess Five Guys is not that fast.
I say we go snake draft. I say to keep it fair, Nick, Steve, then me, and then.
Yes, that's how a snake draft works, Devin. You didn't have to explain that because you feel bad. No.
You didn't get Beefaroo, so I had to explain that.
Okay, so I'm.
I had to explain snake draft.
So I'm going again. Then correct?
Yeah, go again.
All right. So my number 2 then will be Culver's. I love the butter burger. I love the crinkle fries.
Every store has their own shake of the day that's different and unique. That's fun. Their shakes are phenomenal.
Have you tried their cheese fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Really good. Yeah, their cheese is really good.
Yeah, that's why I picked them.
Very good.
Is it still Wisconsin cheese if you get it in Arizona? Are there Culvers in Arizona?
There are Culvers in Arizona.
Still Wisconsin cheese cups?
Dude, I don't know.
These are the questions I have. Answer my question.
I didn't taste this New Mexico style cow cheese. What the fuck is this?
I don't want
Yeah.
that shit. I want these fat cows from Wisconsin filling my cheese cup.
These fat cats at Culver's getting places in Arizona. The fuck?
All right.
All
Steve.
right, you're up.
Number 2 for me. It's gonna be a great pick. I know it because I said it before I made the pick. Going with Wendy's.
Going
Ooh.
Babe
Wendy's.
Ruth right now. Going the outfield.
Wendy's is I mean, I didn't pick them 1 overall because I don't think they have the spicy nuggets still. When they took that off the menu, I hate starting this with a negative. It's really devastating for me. It's a really tough moment when they took the spicy nuggets off. And like, I think I have bias with Wendy's because again, all 3 of us, we had a Wendy's on campus. So every time I'd go to school, I'd hit that dollar menu up like it was my mother for food at that point. It was my go-to if I didn't want to eat anything else. Give me a $1 chicken Sammy or some nuggets, spicy or regular, depending on how I was feeling that day, and a Frosty. And I'm sorry, I'm going to bring this up now. If you dip fries in your Frosty or Frosties in your fries,
Don't say
you're a psychopath. Fuck that shit.
Oh, you're a
Yeah,
fucking idiot.
No.
Oh,
fuck that.
God.
It's a weird move. It's weird. I stare at people that do it. I'm like, don't let the commercials trick you. Do not let those commercials get to you. That is disgusting.
like that.
I got the documents.
It's so good. It's so good, though. It doesn't make sense, but it works.
So much better. It's salty. It's ice cream thing. I don't know what it is really. I don't think it's really ice cream.
Nobody knows.
I think people know. I think you can find that out.
So I want to say I can guess what your third pick is going to be based on both your top 2 choices have to do with nuggets. The first one, nuggets. Second one, spicy nuggets.
Don't
Third
generalize
one,
me, you motherfucker.
hey, I put you in a box. I profiled you.
I specifically talked about char burgers when I picked Burger King. You liar. You are lying.
We talked about $1 for $10 nuggets, and you know that's true.
That is a perk for Burger King. That's what I was arguing. I wasn't saying that's the hill I'm dying on. It's the
go on
Whopper.
record and say I know your third pick is going to involve nuggets some way, in some form. You're the nugget guy.
Well, I'll stop commenting. You might be right.
All right, Devin, you're up with your second and third pick.
You go 2 and 3 back to back, right?
Yeah.
So 2. If I'm eating fast food, hopefully I'm blacked out at that point, and there's no better blackout food than White Castle sliders.
Somebody had to take them.
White Castle.
Somebody had to take them. Someone had to
Also,
take them.
great nuggets that they also put on sliders. So I don't know if that counts, but they're
Not
basically
nuggets. They're rings.
Basically
They're
nuggets.
rings. No, they're rings. They're not nuggets. Get it right. They're rings.
See, I knew how to defend them. I trapped you, son. I'm talking about nuggets, and you're gonna correct me. That's how I know you're serious about this.
And I'll be honest, they do have the best chicken rings / nuggets, whatever. They are good. They are good. They're the best.
I got a funny story. So White Castle is like a Chicago thing or like Midwest thing. Like they have them in New York a lot too, but there's none out here. And so they opened one in Scottsdale. And for like the first week, all day, the line was around the block for the drive-thru to get White Castle.
I get it.
Could you imagine?
Grave case time.
Could you imagine?
All the
grave
boys.
case.
All the boys are like,
This is like 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Like these people aren't blackout drunk. They just like they can't get enough.
Nick, there's a lot of.
I don't have an official suitcase to go to work, but I do have an emptied out Crave case I put all my documents in.
I bet you there's a lot of people in Arizona that just are like, this is so new. That's like us getting a Sonic. Like, I would go. I've heard so many bad things about it. I'm gonna go.
I'm
Just
not
because.
waiting. I'm not waiting in a line around the block for something that I know is
No,
not good.
maybe not that.
Devin, what's your third pick?
So this one I know is going to be decisive because I know you either fall
Or
one
divisive.
way or you fall vicisive.
That's not even a word, I think.
It's in the Beefaroo dictionary. Don't look it up, but it's in
Oh.
there. I'm gonna go one way, or everybody's gonna go the other way. So my favorite, and I'm going sides based. I know the chicken isn't as good. KFC. For me, number 3,
God.
KFC. Give me a bucket. Give me some honey on my biscuits.
I mean,
It tastes like freaking.
You picked the third or fourth best fast food chicken place.
I know it's divisive. I understand that.
God.
That's it's the driest biscuit. You're saying their sides are good. It's the
put-
driest biscuit.
You put some honey on there. You put a little butter on there. You're all set, kid. What more do you want?
Popeyes, you don't need to do that shit. Their biscuits are good to go, and like they're just fucking
Your GTG.
delicious.
You're just gonna tell me you're gonna go through there and you're gonna be GTG.
Yes.
All right. You know what? We're moving on from that pick. Steve, give me your number 3.
I was gonna pick one. I'm going fucking Popeyes. You put it right in my head.
You took my pick.
I mean that it's amazing. I don't know how you fucking think their sides at KFC are better. No, I'm not getting off of this. Now that we're into the chicken realm,
Until you put all of Popeye's stuff in a bowl and call it a big fat ass bowl, I don't want to hear about it because at KFC we've done that, and it's the number one selling item in America. America loves
their facts.
The fat ass bowl from KFC.
America runs on Kentucky Fried Chicken. Colonel Sanders. Do you know that their first chain was? You know where their first chain was opened at, right? The first ever KFC. You know where it's from?
I can't say they do.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
It's not Kentucky.
The Mormons?
No, it's not Kentucky. Colonel Sanders is not from Kentucky. It's the biggest fraud of all time. And I mean,
okay, how many facts do you know about Popeyes? Because clearly my pick, you've done the research on because you care about it a lot more than Popeyes.
I'll tell you.
Once again, proving my point. Also, let me ask this question: do they sell chicken nuggets at Popeyes?
No. But I'll tell you one thing: they don't need to. It was founded in New Orleans. I trust the shit out of that. And they're headquartered in Miami. Dale. They have a great fucking time.
Dude, none of this makes any sense.
You see Nick talks about the line at White Castle. What about the chicken sandwich Popeye lines? That was worldwide.
Yeah, that was wild.
I still never had it. I feel like I gotta go.
It's just a fat wad of chicken with 2 buns on it. Who? KFC's not making that. They got the skinniest chickens for their sandwiches. They got get the boniest chicken. We could put it as it's a sandwich chicken. They sort them out. Nick.
All right. Damn.
Sorry,
I really wanted Popeye.
Are you googling fast food?
Yes.
We're really throwing you off your game. Plus, there's 2 of them right now.
I know.
You can go churches.
So I gotta go. Here's what I'm gonna do. I've got 2. My number 3. I guess the order doesn't matter. Whataburger.
Oh, that's a good pick.
That is delicious.
It's basically just a better McDonald's.
Yeah,
it is good.
When I visited you, that was the first time I ever had it. Was that the first time you've ever had it?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was one of the 2 meals we had when we were there for a whole weekend. We
Yeah.
we had carnitas the first night and Whataburger the second day, and that was all the food we had.
I don't think I had any of that carnitas at all either. So I think I had just the Whataburger one time.
Yeah, they're super late.
Yeah, and I was like, I am here to drink. No carnitas for old Steve here.
I am drinking another light Jack Daniels tequila. I am drinking.
And Devin is on TikTok.
My number 4 is going to be Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's good, but they're not open on Sundays for some weird reason because they're religious.
I don't care. That's my number 4. I'm okay with it.
That's good. That's a good 4 pick. It's a good 4 pick. So my 4 pick is going to be since Devin's going to do some tacky local fast food chain in Beefaroo, I'll do a more known local chain that's kind of in the regional area.
Are you gonna do it?
Going Portillo's, Portillo's.
Fuck, I completely forgot about Portillo's.
I was going that one for.
They got drive-throughs. And they got fun drive-throughs because all those people that got to stand there take my order, looks like they're having a fun time. Sounds like they do. I know they're forced to sound like it, but hell, if I'm having a good time, they hopefully are having one. So, and their beef sandwiches are good. Their fries crinkle cut, can't beat that shit. It's unbelievable.
You like crinkle better or waffle better?
Crinkle. They're
Waffle.
Crispier. Every
I
waffle
go
fry I've
waffle.
ever had was never crispy. I need a crispy
I go
fry.
waffle on that.
Yeah, and I'll say one positive for waffle is that they do cover good area space when it comes to dipping.
Dipping
outside
is
of that,
better.
yeah. But crinkle cut, you can get 2 or 3 at this time. Just dip them in there, and they're a thick, hearty cut fry, and I love them. And they have good desserts. I mean, they got just good burgers. I'll say this: I'm not a big fan of the chocolate cake shake, though. I know that's a weird thing to not be a fan of, but I just don't like it that much.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't really get it that much either.
It's just a cake all right, we'll get a scoop of ice cream, a cake, and milk, and throw that shit together. Here you go. And it's like a huge glob of cake. It's a lot.
I agree.
Talking shit about my pick. Why am I doing that?
I just want to talk more shit about you're so basic with all your picks right now.
Fuck you. Fuck. You pick KFC over Popeyes. You are the
I did.
You're
I
the
did. I said it was
basic
going to be divisive.
bitch
I knew
here.
it was going to be. KFC is not basic. I'm out. I liked them before they were famous.
what was 1972? What, you weren't even born.
Yeah, but I thought about it.
All right, give me your
Okay,
your 4 and
I
5.
got 4 and 5. 4 and 5, right?
Yeah.
So 4. I don't want anybody to steal it before I get to go to my number 5. So I'm going to say Arby's. I love those beef and cheddars.
Still are picking Arby's.
Fries. Yeah, I'm still
You
picking
s-
Arby's.
You still like Arby's. We
You can put
talked
Arby's sauce on anything. Nobody knows what it's made out of. Top scientists have tried to figure out the formula to Arby's sauce. Nobody fucking knows, except for Dr. Arby and the rest of his staff.
Dr. Arby. Is he a doctor? Is that a known thing?
Well, unofficially, yes.
Well, fuck the Arby's sauce. Let's talk about the horsey sauce.
Oh, now
Talk about
everybody's-
that.
Whoa.
What are we talking?
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, so number 4 is Arby's,
Yeah.
and to keep with the whole rhyming thing I got going with the rest of my things, I'm going Hardee's.
oh, ew! You did that just for rhyme purposes? That's
For
not
rhyme
even good.
purposes, for rhyme purposes only, I'm going Hardee's in the top 5. They have a double spicy Western bacon burger, which you wish you could eat right now, but
Oh, I
you
don't.
can't because
No,
you like
I
nuggets
don't.
only. Because you're exclusively a nugget guy.
No, I will say Arby's does have good chicken tenders. So
Oh my god. You're the only person that's ever had Arby's chicken tenders.
well, they're expensive but worth it.
Who eats anything off their menu except for roast beef sandwiches? That's wild to me.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
That's
their
fucking crazy.
bread is nasty. The bread is not even like toasted. They give you this cold roast beef, throw a little horsey sauce on it, throw it in your face, and that's your 4th pick? Get the fuck out of here, Devin. Give me a warm chicken tender all day.
You're up, kid. It's your number 5 pick. Rounding
Not
out the countdown.
Hardee's, because I don't think
You can't have it. Don't
I
try to
can't.
House Junior either, because it's the
Damn
same
it.
fucking place.
don't want it. I don't want it no more. I'm going just I'll take this. I think it's going to be the steal of the draft. I'll go Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going Dunkin's. I need somewhere to go for breakfast, get my iced coffee. I would say Starbucks, but I don't really consider that like a drive-through around here. I just go and pick it up. So with
It's not food,
Dunkin',
it's just fast drinks.
They have food.
okay, they have food.
Yeah. Are you eating food at Starbucks?
I don't, but people do.
Yeah, people do. That's
Nope, they
weird.
don't listen to this.
Well, I picked Dunkin' because again, it's fast. I only know Dunkin' through drive-throughs. Really, I've gotten a lot of that through drive-throughs, and It's a good place to get a nice coffee in the morning with cream and sugar with the donut. And maybe a breakfast sandwich. Their breakfast sandwiches, they have some decent ones. It's a good fifth pick. It's a good roundabout.
What's the chicken nugget situation at Dunkin' Donuts?
It's not good. It's this one flaw. They don't got chicken nuggets, so it's pretty fucked.
The reviews are in. 4 stars would be 5 stars if for breakfast they had the nugs.
Nuggets. Oh God.
All right.
All right, Nick,
Well,
so help me God.
if I do what now?
You pick 5 guys one more time. Round it out with 5 guys.
I'm still upset about that shit.
Yeah, I feel like it kind
We
of
can do
limited
casual
us.
dining next time. We can do casual dining for the next top 5.
Five Guys is not casual dining. I don't know what that is.
It's not drive-through. It's not fast food.
I drove through it once. I need my fucking sandwich. And those peanuts too, god damn it.
My number 5 is Cane's. Raising Cane's.
You just broke Steve. You broke his life because they have the best chicken fingers.
Oh, when they brought one over in this area, that was a game changer.
The chicken tenders, that Texas toast, and that sauce.
What's the sauce? Does anybody know what the sauce is?
Heaven.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, it's heaven. A little bit of heaven.
I think it's like, you know how in the Last Supper Jesus was like, "Drink this, for this is my blood."
Oh my God. Oh no.
Dip this for this.
I don't
want to
know what the butter is. Don't tell me what the butter is if the wine's his blood.
The Texas toast is his body,
Okay.
and the sauce is his blood.
Oh, wait.
And the chicken and the chicken tenders, well, they're just really good chicken tenders.
They're good chicken
tendies. We should just do a straight up chicken tender / nugget draft, and you can even pick Tyson nuggets if you want to, if you like them more than any other place.
What's the number? Is Raising Cane's number 1?
Yeah, for nuggets, dude, that's a steal of the draft right there. See, I need to live in a place. We need to live like in Ohio, where they have literally every single fast food chain you can imagine. Some hub city like that, or hub state like that.
I'm not surprised In-N-Out Burger didn't make it.
That place sucks. I hate that place. I've been there twice and it was awful, both times.
Why? Why did you
No
say that
nugs,
like
bro.
that?
No nugs.
Because it's overrated. It's overrated.
I think it
I
is.
know-
It's
I'm not
okay.
surprised that didn't make it.
It's all right.
What else is one that probably McDonald's didn't make the top 15 in fast food places? We're being assholes.
Well, here's the thing: is like there's just like Steve.
Over 1 billion.
Steve
served.
has 3 burger places. I've got 2.
You wrote them down.
I don't know what the fuck Beefaroo. I'm assuming they do burgers, but you've got 3
The
also.
beef. It's a
They do
beef.
beef, baby. They go big on beef.
Whoa. I did 3 burger places. Devin assumed I did 4. Devin assumed I did 4 chicken nugget places.
Well, here's
so
the
I
thing:
think
like Wendy's is a burger place, but I'm counting it. I mean, it's also a chicken nuggets place.
yeah.
And you
Well,
also
I
brought
get-
up nuggets.
Just saying.
And you brought up the chicken with Burger King also.
Yes.
And Dunkin' Donuts.
As a compliment to the Whopper, don't you understand? I never put the nuggets on top of the burger. I literally said char flamed burgers. That's my lead go-to with Burger King.
I want 1 Whopper and put as many nuggets on that motherfucker as it will fit.
Once Kentucky Fried came out of your mouth, Devin, I was done. Should have been done at Beefaroo.
I was done at fucking Beefaroo. What are you talking about?
Should have been done at Beefaroo.
Hey,
but
I
I
had it at
let you
Beefaroo.
back in.
I have
and
the beef. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. You ain't been there.
Oh.
Hey, I want you. No, listen to me. I want you to want me.
Oh! Ah! He's gonna kill us.
And I think on that note, we're gonna end it.
So hey guys.
Well, it's been fun, and I think it's undeniable how bad Devin's draft was, and I think I won. So it's happy. I'm happy we all came here and watched me make the best list. Clearly,
I don't know. I would have picked. I feel like I should have went like left field instead of Duncan. Should have went like Tim Hortons or something, and everyone would be like, "Oh, what? Tim Hortons? You say? Holy crap!"
Well, I mean, yeah, your draft is super solid, and then I'm just not a fan of that Dunkin' Donuts pick.
Yeah, I think I was so desperate. Maybe I should have taken McDonald's, but I didn't want to go into the corporate shrills, so no.
You started
gonna
with
do
Burger
that.
King. What are you talking about?
No,
What do you mean
that's a Canadian.
Churchill's
They
started
moved
with Burger
headquarters
King?
to Canada because they did not like America anymore and their values. That's so what Burger King says. I'm going to stick to it.
Take all their stores with them up Canada way, so we don't need them.
And we didn't. Oh wait, one more thing about Burger King. What about the chicken fries? They basically created that.
Oh my god! And we're back. We've come full circle.
for full circle, folks. All right, guys. So
All right, so this has been episode 4 of the Relatively Jumbo podcast. Any last words of wisdom?
I think I want you to want me. Just make sure your crowd knows that. So when you play that song to a crowd that doesn't speak English, they know it's one of your top hits.
Hey, the greats have said it before me. I'm not going to repeat it. If you want me, you want me.
Quote them.
Write it down. All right, folks. We'll see you on Thursday.
See you guys.
See ya.